Hey guys, how y'all doing today? This is D Durrell with D Durrell Life Solutions today. So today, I've decided to do something a little different than what I usually would, particularly do in creating videos. I'm going to utilize a lot of certain questions of the day that I see throughout social media, and I'm going to, I'm gonna try every day, at least once a day, to answer a question that is related to how therapists or mental health professionals engage within the field. And I'm going to give my perspective on that question. And I'm going to look forward to getting your feedback and comments, okay? So these particular videos actually won't be that long. I'm actually thinking about making these type of videos into YouTube Shorts. Make them short and simple. But I'm going to go ahead and try it out and see how it goes and give my perspective, and then you all can tell me what you think. First question, and I get a lot of these from the Cura Digest. And so one of the questions I thought that was very interesting, it was, should therapists comfort crying clients? Okay. That's actually a very tough question because it all depends on the client, their goals, the mental health issues that they're dealing with, the reasons that's triggering them to cry. There's no one answer to it, because there are clients that come in and they always cry because they're diagnosed with major depression. They have a mood disorder that in which any emotional situation can trigger them. It all depends on their baseline. Some people have different baselines as it involves what emotionally triggers them to show emotion as far as crying. For a person that I know that is it's kind of part of their pathology, I would not necessarily say I would be comforting them, but I would be encouraging them to express whatever emotion they have, even if it's in the advent of crying. But I would like them to express themselves mentally, verbally in that process. Allow them to verbalize whatever they're feeling, even if it triggers crying. In that process, I'm not necessarily comforting you, but I'm basically facilitating an avenue for you to just express and vent out whatever you're feeling. And crying could be a byproduct of that. Okay? There are also clients who may cry and therapeutically. Again, everything that I'm doing is therapeutic. So when we're saying comfort, I'm looking at it from the position of doing it therapeutically, not just to say it's going to be all right or just take your time. It's okay. Don't cry. Everything's going to be. That's not what therapists do. That's not what therapists. That's not therapeutically valuable. What I would phrase in that situation is, take your time, take a deep breath. I would hand them Kleenex or something like that, or tissue. I'm sorry, I would hand them tissue in the process. Take your time. It's okay to show your emotions. I would say more validating things to make them not feel ashamed to be emotional, to allow them to be at ease to express whatever they're expressing. And if crying or showing that is part of that, I want them to feel comfortable with doing that in the process. Because there are tons of times in which clients come into therapy and they went through a traumatic event, particularly in grieving over a loved one or someone. And in that process of talking about the situation, crying is a byproduct of that. So we want to allow them to feel comfortable to express that, We don't want to, I'm not going to discourage a person from crying, but at the same time, I want them to get that emotion out en route to expressing thoughts and feelings that can connect to growth and healing. So that's my perspective on that, as far as should you comfort clients in a therapy session who are crying. And I say it all depends on the situation. It all depends on if the diagnosis that they may have, if the crying is something that is a baseline for them, like there are people who are major depressive or they have other illnesses in which they may just cry a lot, and it's just part of their baseline, and we're just working as a goal to maybe reduce that, if it's just overly repetitive. So tell me what you think about that, about my answer. Again, this is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. I hope you have a great day.